Will Shorts presents KenKen. I tell you, I am crazy about this puzzle. I was one of the first Americans to know about it. I got addicted to it, and if I allowed myself, I could do KenKen all day long.
Once you get started on a puzzle, it's very hard to let it go, I think. And if you're working at 6 or 8 squares, I think it can take and you aren't expert at it yet, you can really drive yourself crazy.
My name is Tetsuya Miyamoto from Japan. I am the inventor of KenKen. Are you enjoyed KenKen? 2003, I made a book for education. The title was The Art of Teaching Without Teaching. It caused a big sensation among parents and teachers. KenKen books were sold very, very well. They were sold more than 1 million copies in only 10 months. I wanted KenKen spread out to the world. I hope your success and happiness. Thank you very much.
It's not called KenKen in Japan. It was known as the Kashikaku Narrow Puzzle, and that translates to the Makes You Smart Puzzle. And that is what its direct translation is. Ken means wisdom in Japanese, so our international name is KenKen, which is wisdom squared, or cleverness squared.
Well, KenKen's the newer thing, so I think I've plateaued more on Sudoku because there's certain puzzles that I just can't figure out how to do the advanced techniques on, and so I don't see myself getting a whole lot better at Sudoku. Whereas KenKen, I'm improving. I can see myself getting better, and it's becoming more satisfying.
You know, it's just a good all-round brain workout of logic and numbers, and it's good for people of any age.
There is only one solution in KenKen, but what is important is to keep thinking and never stop thinking. If you cheat on someone's answer, or if you stop thinking to solve, there is nothing good for you. But what is important is to keep thinking until you get to your solution by yourself. If you can do that, you can go over any hurdle in your life. You can do it.
I guarantee.
What I like about KenKen is that you get to use some different strategies other than the Sudoku strategies. So there's a variation in the puzzle that way. And it's also rather visually nice. The grid is what's called a Latin square, where you have every letter represented one time in each row and each column. And those patterns are surprisingly varied. And then by varying the size of the cells, you add even another layer of complexity to the puzzle.
In general, puzzles are great entertainment, great value for the money. You know, KenKen, you can get it in free in your daily newspaper, or you can get it online. You can buy books for virtually nothing. I mean, you can buy a KenKen book for $7.95. Well, it costs $10 or $11 to go to a movie, which is going to last 2 hours. A KenKen book is probably going to last you at least days, probably weeks. It's just a great value for the amount of money involved.
You have to solve math to do it, and plus there's a lot of kind of indirect logic that's involved, so I think it would promote abstract thinking.
I don't know, there's something about KenKen that twists my brain in a way that's it's not usually twisted, and that gives me a good feeling. I like playing with numbers, and maybe it gives me a good feeling because it takes me back to school days without the puzzle actually feeling like schoolwork. You know, it's just fun. It tickles a part of the brain. It's very satisfying.
Well, this is my first time. I read the directions while Will was talking, and I figured I did the 4x4s, and I got them all figured out. The last one I had to erase 3 or 4 times, but I finally figured it out, so I was very, very happy.
KenKen junkie, it's a very happy life.
It's easy to start, but then easy to progress. And as you progress, you'll pick up different strategies that you'll be able to bring into it. And if you've never started, even even the 4x4s still are very, very straightforward, and so it's a very easy entry into logic puzzles if you've never done them before.
SportsCan, Byron Walden, watching SportsCan, Ollie Hill, even Will in his shorts can. Baby, you can too.
Renew your best record day by day.
Can you, KenKen?
Can you, KenKen?
Yes, I can, KenKen.
Can you, KenKen?
I can, KenKen.
Me too.
I can.
Can you, KenKen?
Can you, KenKen? Yes.
Can you, KenKen? Because I can, and if I can, then you can. KenKen too.
I do KenKen.
He can good.